How's it going, YouTube? In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my review of the game Haven. We will be discussing things that I liked about the games, things that I didn't like about the game, and an overall conclusion, as well as what I'd like to see implemented in the future. Now without further ado, let's jump right into the video. So let's start off with the things that I liked about the game first. The artwork of Haven reminds me of the game Gravity Rush. If you've never played Gravity Rush, that was a game that was first introduced on the PS Vita, and as well as the newest one, Gravity Rush 2, which is on the PS4. I wouldn't be surprised if Haven actually drew some of its artwork inspiration from Gravity Rush, because some of it really reminds me of that game, such as when Kay and you are talking, the dialogue between them, the drawings of them are very animated, fleshed out. And even though Gravity Rush and Haven do have some similarities in the artwork, the way they use the colors are completely different. Gravity Rush is way more gray, more bleak, darker looking, while Haven is more watercolored, bright colors, gives you that more blues and reds, and just gives you this overall like feeling of relaxation and calming. And ultimately that's what this game is all about. It's all about just coming home, sitting down after a long day of work, and just playing a relaxed game, potentially even playing it with a loved one. And I think they nailed the color palette perfectly. So you and Kay are by far my favorite romance couples. They are so cute together and I absolutely love them. I would say that they're very relatable because honestly, the things that they do, the things that they say, the interactions that they have with each other are like mirror images of basically the interactions and things I would say with my fiance, things that I would do for her, things that she would do for me when we're having our ups, when we're having our downs. It just reflects perfectly of that dichotomy. I think most couples can relate with the relationship between you and Kay. This section in its own is what really brings this game together, because the music that's produced by the band Danger is so good. Like, I could literally just listen to the soundtrack on replay. It is so fantastic. It really pieces together how the game is supposed to feel, this like relaxed, laid back kind of game, and is just absolutely fantastic. I love listening to the intro. I could literally listen to the intro of this game like thousands and thousands of times and never get sick of it. It's like one of those anime intros that you could like listen to. You might not know what the lyrics are saying because they're in Japanese, but like you just don't care because the beat and the rhythm of the music is just so good. So exploration in Haven is unique. I wouldn't say it's the most thrilling thing. Honestly, it does get kind of boring. But honestly, the game isn't supposed to be like a super duper fast-paced action kind of RPG kind of game. That's more for like the combat system and stuff like that. It's just more of a game just to relax, just sit down and just play and really just enjoy the world of Source. A lot of people will say that they don't really find the exploration in Haven very appealing. They say it's very boring, having to do resource gathering as well as also clearing the islands. But honestly, I didn't mind it all that much, to be perfectly honest. And while the game probably could have taken out some of the cleaning aspects of the island and put in more content, You have to remember that this is a privately owned gaming company that isn't too big, and for them to be able to do something like this probably took years to probably do, and for it to still be this good, can't really complain. Alright, now let's get into what I didn't like about the game. Right off the bat, let's just get it off my chest. One of the endings should have never existed. It should never have been an option to begin with. It's awful. If you've ever played the game, you know which one I'm talking about. That ending should never ever have existed, and if you like that ending, I question your sanity and whether or not you're a human being. But seriously, I want to know which one you like the best. Which one of the endings did you like the best? Let me know down in the comments. But without spoiling everything, I did like the way the right ending ended. It was a way to actually close out, and it gave a closure for the overall game. The only thing I did not like was the fact of you can't go back. Like, once you complete the game, you can't go back to try and clear the islands, go and collect all the collectibles and do everything, go and just explore the island like you can in other open world games such as like Infamous, and that kind of bugs me. It's like, as someone who's like a completionist, I want to go and collect all the different things. I want to clear all the islands. I want to make all the different recipes and just do what the game has to offer, just experience what the game has to offer, and to not be able to do that is kind of irksome, honestly. So I felt the story was kind of short, and that the choices that you made didn't really impact the outcome of the end of the game. And that's kind of weird because in some of the dialogue when you're talking with Kay, when you're talking between you and Kay, there's options, and if you choose the right one, it says, oh, Kay feels more confident or you feels more confident. It's like, what's the point of adding that if it really didn't impact the end of the game? Unless it was just to help you increase that relationship bar. So the combat wasn't really all that interesting either. It was kind of repetitive and it felt kind of the same. You have two different ways of attacking. You can either impact or blast. Impact is a physical, while blast is more of like a special attack. Think of Pokemon. Like, you have your physical attacks and then you have your special attacks. And each monster has their own like specific thing that they're weak to. Some are more vulnerable to impact, some are more vulnerable to blast, and you have a 50-50 chance of picking which one it is. But once you encountered all the monsters, you basically memorize like what they are, and then it's not as interesting. So I played the game solo, and I really do think that this game was meant to be played with two people, because in combat you control one character and then your partner controls the other character, and you basically have to coordinate with each other to be able to survive. And so I really want to see what it was going to be like when I actually get further into the game with my fiance, to see how the combat system feels with two people instead of just being by myself. Overall, I really liked Haven. I liked the chill aspect of the game. I liked how the game wasn't really overstimulating like some of these other games that are coming out, where it's like super stimulating, like music is like blasting your eardrums, bullets flying everywhere, flashing lights everywhere. It's like, it was really mild and relaxed, and that's honestly what I love about this game. I love how relaxed it is. I love how chill it is. I love just being able to come home, sitting down, playing for a couple hours, and just enjoying the game for what it is. It was really relaxing, and I really think we need more games like this to just unwind and really get back to what a game is supposed to be like. It's supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to just allow you to escape reality and being able to just enjoy the game for what it is. And I really had to give it up to the game bakers for trying a new game. Yes, they could have just made another Fury game and it probably would have done well. That game was actually very popular, but they decided to take a risk and they decided to try something new and different, something that wasn't what they usually do. And I have to really applaud them for they did a very, very good job, and I'm really looking forward to seeing what other games they are going to be coming out with. So my verdict for this game, I would have to give an 8.5 out of 10. I do think that this is a very good game. I love the music. The music pairs very well with the artwork. I love the characters. I love you. I love Kay. I think they are the cutest couple and they are absolutely my favorite dynamic duo. But I do think that the game needs more endgame qualities, such as allowing you to go back after you've completed the game to go and collect the different resources, collect the different recipes, interact more with the world, as well as also implementing something new, like besides just collecting resources and cleaning the islands. There needs to be something else, something that will last longer than just doing that, because there's only 40 islands and it's really easy to clean the islands. It'll probably take me at least like maybe like a minute tops to go through the islands, because the islands aren't that big. They're pretty relatively small. Of course, this is just all my opinion. I'd like to hear your opinion about the game, whether you agree with me, if you disagree with me. I'd like to know down in the comments. Let me know if there was things that I missed, things that I didn't touch on, things that you would like to hear more of, and I'll be sure to get back to you on them. But that has been my review for the game Haven. If you like the review and want to show your support, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below. Until then, I'll catch you in the next video.